My name is Acha Edison Abia, and in the preceding lecture we are going to be talking about the list data type in Python and understanding some of the fundamental concepts of the list data type in Python and some of the different methods in the list data type of the Python programming language. Well, the growth of the Python programming language has been so rapid such that it is applied in several fields, and your ability to understand the Python programming language will help you to kind of automate repetitive tasks, and this can also keep you ahead in your field. So stick around. Data type. Now, what is the list data type? The list is like a container, and in this container you have arbitrary elements or items that are in a sequential order. These items are separated by commas and they are enclosed in square brackets. That's the basic definition that you can have for a list. Let's look at an example. Before we look at an example, another thing you should note about the list is that the list is a sequence, and some of the data that you can find, the data that you could have within the list could be of different types. They could be integers, they could be floats, or it could be a string. So let's look at this example. Let's assume that we have a basket, a variable called basket, in which we are going to store the different items that we have in the list. So in our variable called basket, we have the different items. These items are banana, orange, grape, apple. You even have integers within the list. This just goes to show you what I mentioned earlier, that within the list you can have data of different types. So this is another example of a list. We can call this marks, probably marks of students from some school, and you have the marks. So you have these different integers that are separated by commas and they are enclosed in square brackets. The append method in the list data type, and how the append method can be used. In the append method, there is a possibility to add a value such as x as a last item on the list. Let's assume that you work in some institution and you have marks of students, and probably one of the mark is missing, and you now have it, so you want to add that mark to the list you had already prepared. So the append method gives us that flexibility to just append the mark as a last item on the list, and this can be very important and handy when you're dealing with huge data and navigating through your data science projects. So I'm going to go to my Jupyter notebook and show you how you can implement this practically. See how we can practice the append function of the list data structure in Python in our Jupyter notebook. Okay, suppose let me just paste this imaginary list I created, and let's say this x is actually the marks of students from some imaginary school that I created. Okay, now suppose one of the marks is missing and we want to kind of add it to the list. So let's add the mark, that's a 20, the mark 20 to the list. How do you do this? Like we said, it's x of the append. So what mark do we want to add? We want to add 20. So if you now run this program, you will see that 20 has now been added to the list. Let's take another example. Let's say Y should be maybe a basket we want to take to the market to buy some fruit, and so what fruits do we want to buy? Let's say we want to buy banana, we want to buy orange, you also want to buy mango. There are a lot of mangoes in my village. You also want to buy maybe grape. Okay, and you probably forgot to add maybe one of the fruit type to your list, and you want to add it now. Let's see, let's add maybe what fruit? The citrus. Let's add maybe citrus to the list and see how this work now. So it will be the basket that you append it, and you want to append citrus. If you now run this program, you'll see that citrus has now been added to the list. So that is how that's how the append function in the list data structure or the list data type works. Starting your data science career with the Jacob Tech Institute. Please, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also like and share our videos. For more information, you can go to www.jacobtechinstitute.fi. Thank you.